What's up, guys? Jiraiya is back. Now, if you're wondering where I've been, I just moved into a new house, so I haven't even gotten a chance to see the new Superman movie yet. But we're here making this video, right? But that being said, I don't even have internet. But I had to get the whole setup ready to go. That's so much. I could do things like. Anyways, before I hurt myself, what are we discussing today? Absolute Batman is what we're discussing today. Numero 10, whatever. Spanish is not my forte, okay? I didn't get a very good grade. Absolute Batman, number 10. Got the variant issue right here. But what is happening in this current issue? Well, to pick up where we left off in issue number 9, Batman's been captured by Bane, right? And we find out Batman hasn't just been gone a day or two. Batman's been gone. By the time of the end of the comic, he's been gone at least 91 days. And in that time, they're experimenting on him, watching his every move. And they're seeing, oh, he's trying to escape and do this. He's trying to do that. The dude is also a physical specimen. So every time they try and, corral him, well, he beats the dog shit out of whoever tries. Makes sense. The dude's 6'9", 400 pounds. But not only are they watching him, they're seeing what little things he does, right? Like he's got gadgets in his teeth. He's at one point he pulls out his own teeth to turn them into knuckle dusters so he can beat the dog shit out of the doctors. He even turned his poo-poo into an explosive, right? Gotta love the Batman ingenuity, right? Comic logic, can't beat it. But anyways, every time Batman tries to escape, he is stifled by Bane repeatedly, right? And it's not even close. It's not like he's even getting significantly better at fighting Bane. He's getting better at escaping, getting closer and closer, and Bane is acknowledging it, but Bane is still whooping him every single time. Now, in the background, right, or more like flashbacks, they're talking about what it was like for Waylon, Killer Croc, hold that thought, as he was preparing for his fight with this heavyweight champion, and Bruce is clearly hyping him up, saying, oh, that guy's not that good. But it's very apparent that, hey, Waylon probably doesn't have a real shot at this guy. And even Selina Kyle tells Bruce to tell Waylon, hey man, he doesn't have a shot, just be honest with him. And he's like, I can't, he's my best friend, I don't want to crush him. Why is that important? We'll get to that here in a second, right? On a second tangent, on a second side note, Martha Wayne, Batman's mother, is out there just screaming to the heavens like, hey, somebody help me find my son. Because like I said earlier, he's been gone by the time of the end of the comic, 91 days. That's a significant amount of time to be gone. Now, let's pull it back all the way to what's going on in the main story. Batman is inching closer and closer to escaping, right? Every time he does, though, he's also passing this little cocoon of sorts, right? I know they call it something. They call it the clay, I think, cocoon or something like that. And this, so every time he passes by, he doesn't even really look because he's trying to escape, and he gets whooped by Bane, as well as I almost forgot. If we paid attention to the last time we saw Absolute Joker, there's these ugly zombie-like things, right? And they keep attaching to Bruce, to Batman. They keep stifling him as well, and then Bane comes in, beats his booty. And this time, right, on the last time, they were like, okay, let's see what Batman does this time. We're going to leave him his suit, and we're going to see how far he gets. Well, this time, he sees the zombie things again, and they're like, something about the green. And what do we know about the green? Well, the only guy I know who knows anything about the green is Swamp Thing. I don't know if that's what's happening here, if it's a poison ivy thing, but we will see. But, again, Bane shows up, kicks, absolutely Sparta kicks. You guys have never seen my feet before, huh? Don't pause that, that's not nice. Sparta kicks him into the clay cocoon. And what's in the clay cocoon? Well, it was our buddy who was kidnapped in issue, I believe, number 8, Waylon Jones. And he is now fully transformed into Killer Croc. And Killer Croc ain't having it. He is not having it. So he whips Bane unconscious, bro. Absolutely knocked him out. Which is interesting because usually Killer Croc doesn't stand too much of a chance against Bane, at least from my most recent memories. Now, that being said, we were talking about the flashbacks happening between Waylon and Batman, and he's like, hey, He has his remember who you are moment. He's like, Waylon, it's me, dog, it's Bruce. And he's like, my guy, we got to get out of here. He doesn't say that, but like it's mutually agreed. Hey, they have to go. So they escape together, and the doctor is like, okay, now that they've fully escaped, like, this is actually starting to get really interesting. And Bane, this is how you know Bane is just all kinds of like juice to the gills with like in his brain, as well as he's like, now I can truly break him. So that obviously leaving on a cliffhanger, setting up for the next 2 issues. At least I'd imagine it'd be 2 issues, but I've been wrong before. But what we see here is obviously Batman still isn't capable at this moment of beating Bane. He at least has Waylon on his side, because Waylon whooped on Bane and escaped with Batman, right? We finally see Killer Croc. And mind you, Killer Croc's design is insane. It gave me very much, I'm trying to think, in Sekiro, the giant alligator boss, or crocodile boss, I think. I can't remember. I didn't play Sekiro. I just watched the cutscenes like a good little boy who can't play Souls games very well. But anyways, he looks insane, but I'd imagine the psychological trauma of being experimented on is going to take a heavy toll on him, but we will see, because obviously in the Absolute Universe, a lot of things are turned on their head. So, are we going to see Absolute Batman and Absolute Killer Croc be a team? I'm very curious to see where that goes, as a lot of things are. But, again, it's all speculation. And Bane, like, we know he's trying to break Batman. So what adjustments, what character development is Batman going to go through in order to combat Bane? That is the big question I'm hoping to see in the next 2 issues. Other than that, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Like, share, and subscribe, baby. But, hold that thought. Again, I've been busy. I've been moving. But I will go see Superman. I will make a video on that before I go to hold that thought, because it's a 3rd video I'm talking about. I'm going to San Diego Comic-Con, baby. I'm going next week. I'm not going to be there for preview night, but I should be there all 3 days, maybe even a bonus 4th if I decide, hey, you know what, I don't want to come in on work on Monday anyway. So we shall see. I'm super excited. I'm going to try and get as many signatures, autographs as I can, especially on my variant issue of Absolute Batman #1, because I know Jim Lee, Nick Dragata, and Scott Snyder are all going to be there, so I'm going to do my best. I'm going to try and send their panels. I'm going to do all the fun stuff. I'm going to be cosplaying. I'm not going to tell you guys what I'm going to cosplay as, because I've been busy, I actually haven't planned very far ahead, so we shall see if I even manage to do that. But other than that, guys, let me know what you think about Absolute Batman #10 in the comments down below. Like, share, subscribe. I love you for it forever. My good buddy who's in Hawaii, if you see this, I'm back, baby. You know who you are. You know who you are. Like, share, and subscribe. Well, you're already subscribed, but like this stuff up, and I hope you're enjoying Hawaii. Anyways, my guys, I will catch you in the next video. Peace.